Oh, excuse me. Hey, team. So, I've been noticing some of you guys posting links to your Google Documents and things like that, and you have this really long URL. So I wanted to show you quickly, for one, how to shorten your URL if you're using a Google Doc, but you're not using a Google form. I don't want to confuse anybody, but so this is why I pulled up the Google document, okay? So here's a deal that I did earlier, I posted earlier. And some of you have learned, or you know how to share this link that's up here, right? Whenever it decides to load. So this link right here, so that people can view your document, right? So you're going, and let's see, I'll open up an email. You're going and you're pasting this, and it's like super long, you know, like this one. And I think all these letters is just petty. So let's see, I'm gonna use another one because I've already shortened this URL. But I wanted to give an example of how long the document URL can be, right? So to shorten the document URL, we can use this document here. And come on. I want to copy this. So Google has a website where you can actually shorten your URL. So all you have to do is put in Google URL shortener, and I do this pretty often, but I have the link saved to my phone and my computer. So you can click on this, and it says simplify your links, and as you can see, I have done it several times. You place your link here, click shorten URL, and then automatically it generates a shorter one. So now this is the new URL for that document. So now when I go to paste it, it looks like that, right? So I'm going to send this to myself, my social, right? And send it. Okay, and then you see here's the link. When I click on that, my document comes up. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to show you, is how to shorten your URL. Now, the second thing I wanted to cover is when you're doing travel packages. So a lot of times you have clients coming to you and they say, oh, I want to do a travel package. I want to do flight and hotel to this place or that place, right? And you think the only way you can give them a travel package is if you go into Bax and do the whole trip at one time. Well, no, that's not the only way to do a travel package. Actually, a travel package can be pieced together based on what the client needs. And as travel professionals, we are solution finders. And one of the things that really brings my clients back is I always give them ideas of ways to book their travel that they have not thought of, okay? And it's always something simple, but a second pair of eyes is everything. And that's what brings more value to you being in the industry. And doing this is also one of the ways I'm always able to get tips. So I definitely want to show you that too, because this little, it's so minute, it's so small, it's so tedious or whatever, that it's crazy that most of your clients don't even think to do this, okay? So let's give an example. I have a client that wants to go to Miami, okay? And they want to go to Miami in 2 weeks. They cannot do a payment plan, and they do not have the money up front to pay for the whole trip, okay? So, of course, that means they're very limited on how they can get this trip done. Yes and no. Okay, so here's a travel package. My client, I'm going to tell her, I told her already actually, okay, well, since you don't have the money now, Let's see what your trip is broken into pieces, right? So let me find a sheet of paper to write on. Let's see, can we break this down into her budget so that she's still able to take the trip with what she could afford now and what she could afford in 2 weeks. Okay, so flight costs, departing. Why does my computer have to make so much noise? Flight costs departing. Flight costs returning. Hotel reservation. I've also done this to do like a payment plan to give them like an illusion that they're getting a payment plan, because again, they're not paying all of it up front. But anyway, okay, so we're going to Miami. She's leaving from Chicago. First of all, I'm going to look up her flight going to Miami separate than her flight coming home. Okay, so ORD to MIA, and the departure date is the 25th, and it's for 2 adults. Okay, so you see how dope this is. Her flight leaving is only $72, right? So I'm going to put that down. Departing flight is with American Airlines. I'm sorry that y'all are going to hear that beeping noise in the background, but if I mute myself, you won't be able to hear me since I'm doing this on the computer. So they're leaving at 6:30 a.m., getting to Miami at 10:37. 37 a.m. That flight is 72. 72.20. Okay? And this is not an actual quote. Like, if you've ever seen me do a quote, you know it looks way nicer than this. This is for training purposes. Okay, now let's bring up my site again and look up her flight. Look up her hotel. But for right now, I'm going to go back, change search, and I'm going to do MIA to ORD and her return date. Okay, so now her returning flight, the cheapest is $103.20. American Airlines. Oh, I didn't look at the 6:40 to 8:55. 6:40 a.m. to 8:55. Oops. That's so annoying. Okay. So now that's the flight cost. So let's say they don't have all the money to put down right now. Which of these flights can you pay for today? Right? So if they can pay for this flight today, then next week when she has her check, then we could reserve this flight if it's still available. Of course, the price is subject to change. The flight may be going whatever, but we're talking about at least starting somewhere to secure this vacation, okay? So if today she can do this portion, then next week when she gets paid, we can do this, right? Now, let's look up her hotel. So we're going to Miami, and we're going 25th to 28th. So now Miami hotels have resort fees, and I believe their hotels require one night's deposit for their rooms. But of course, you always want to call and check. But instead of booking her hotel room and having her pay the full amount, I'm going to find a reservation that she can put money, at least a card down on, or pay at least one night stay, right? So let's find her hotel. And let's see. I already had a hotel that I picked for her, so I'm going to see can I find it on our website to show you. Hold on 1 minute. Fantastic. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so I want to show you the difference. So we're gonna do this room right here, but when you click book now, you'll see it says total charges, right? So that means they want right now they want her to pay this amount, but she does not have this today. Okay, so pay attention to that part. So they want that to be paid right now, but for the same hotel, if I do the booking, the price line, or sometimes it says booking.com. I don't know. We don't want that either. Oh, the one that I wanted must be gone. But I'll just give an example of this one anyway. Okay, so you see that it says all charges are collected at the hotel, right? So it says total room charges is $737, and of course this is not the one I'm going to choose for her because it's out of her budget. But total room charges is $737. Resort fee is $51.30, which makes the total price $788.87. But total charges are all collected at the hotel. Now, of course, you're going to call the hotel and see that once they reserve, is there a deposit required for one night stay, which most of the time it is, and it'll be at the price of one night plus taxes. But she could afford that, right? So I'm going to reserve her hotel. I'm going to put this information. Hold on. I would put this information on her quote as well. Okay, and then total price, whatever. So she technically still has a flight and hotel package. She just paid for it separate, in pieces. So she's going to pay for this flight today. She's going to pay for this in 2 weeks, and we've already reserved this, and she's made a deposit of one night stay. So her trip, in so many words, is still secured. She's still going to be able to go to Miami on April 25th. Okay, so not everything has to be done at once for it to still be a package. A package is just a whole bunch of stuff you put together, right? They just got done selling Easter baskets and giving kids Easter baskets, and they piece those packages together to make it an Easter basket. So same concept when you're booking for your clients. They don't have to technically be able to put down a deposit or what have you to still be able to get their package and be able to pay for that package in an affordable way. Okay, so this is a way you can provide them with a solution. So I hope this example helped you guys, and I will talk with you later.